my opinion, the world's greatest natural resource is our youth. And I feel like our youth are very, very underserved. And through the Center for K-12 STEM Education, we're trying to provide high quality STEM education to the youth of New York City and beyond.
I have visited many schools this year, and one of the things that I am totally convinced of is that robotics and things like that kids can invent and learn about is really the way of getting kids to A, come to school, and B, stay in school. It is about excitement.
So NY City STEM was a program that actually took our expertise in robotics and our program Science of Smart Cities out into school buildings across the city, serving 400 middle and high school students.
My mom had asked me if I wanted to do something with robotics. I was into it, but when I came on the first day, I was so iffy.
When I first came here, I first thought that this is going to be terrible.
When I got in here, I thought it was going to be like a class, and I thought it was going to be boring and stuff, and I thought it was like I was going to hate it and that I was going to leave, just like every other program I pretty much signed up to.
And within the first hour, I actually completely changed my mind.
But when I left, I knew instantly, I think I want to continue with this program.
I expect a lot out of this program because it offers a lot of opportunity and extracurricular activities that I can do over the summer that allow me to expand my knowledge of the robotics field.
Through this month, I think I will learn a lot from this program. So it will get me ready for the 7th or 8th grade.
Well, before she came to the program, I had to do a letter to expectations of what do you want to gain and what do you want to learn from this program. So she said, Mommy, I want to gain more knowledge in science.
Students have been learning about the fundamentals of physics, power generation, basics of programming, urban infrastructure, the basics of robotics.
I don't think I've seen the students more engaged than when they started to make the robots move. So it was nice to see them really start to get it.
When they actually had the robots clash and fight each other in an arena, they were all excited. I've never heard them scream at the top of their lungs ever in this classroom.
When I came here, I didn't know anything.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know a single thing about robotics before I got here.
I didn't really know how to do this from the start of this until our teacher taught us how to program it.
The reason we engage with K-12 STEM education is when we have our undergraduate and graduate engineering students interact with the K-12 constituencies, whether these be students or teachers, the education of our own students is broadened.
My expectation was that, I'll come in, I'll have to deal with things like pedagogy and stuff like that, but no, it's more like teaching the kids something new, and I think that so far, us two and the DOE teachers are doing a pretty good job at it, and the kids are focusing too. They're not they're having fun, and at the same time learning something that probably no other 7th grader is doing.
And it's pretty impressive because the kids are not really held back because they don't know how much they don't know. So they're really letting their creativity run free.
He made it so when you're running the program, evil eyes pop up, like, I'm gonna knock you out of the ring.
And these are like highway signs, like road signs, and it says automatically, well, if there's any danger.
It's not long enough. Put it inside. I went a little bit extra and I added a bumper kind of where it said everything it was doing. So if it was moving forward, it would say moving forward.
Alright, so 0.6. Let's change the points.
I'm learning a lot of programming, and it was really challenging at first, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, so it's really cool. I know that some of these science experiments that we're doing are really challenging, and they're gonna help prepare us for when we go to college, and there's gonna be many challenging classes and courses, and I know that we'll be able to go through them because of the experience we had here.
Embedded in that program was professional development for teachers. So 31 teachers from around New York City Public Schools trained in this curriculum. But beyond that, they spent 20 days in classrooms with engineering students, computer science students, students studying chemical and biological engineering, actually teaching robotics and science of smart cities. That embedded professional development gave these teachers a whole new appreciation for the fields of engineering and computer science and also really showed how the hands-on, activity-based kinds of programs that the Center for K-12 STEM Education creates really engages kids and draws them in.
So this is an amazing opportunity for you if you're not quite comfortable with robotics or technology or smart cities and all of the different things that you're going to be exposed to. Well, our goal is to get you comfortable.
It's what you're giving the students, authentic project-based learning. This is the kind of learning that they need, that will help them compete in the future, because that's what it's all about now. The way I learned way back in the day, that's not working as well.
I was probably the biggest naysayer when this whole program started. My kids aren't going to be able to do it, they don't know the vocabulary, they don't know the language. I was ready to quit. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I've had a wonderful experience. I've learned a lot, they've learned a lot, and I should never take them for granted. And I think that the opportunity that this program gave them, they wouldn't find anywhere else.
What told us how much the kids were enjoying it is, number one, they were all coming back. And this was not something where they were obligated to, but they came back every day. They wanted to be here.
I don't really live close to here, and I still woke up early. I still loved coming here.
I wish that this was longer than it actually is. I wish it was every day instead of just 4 days a week.
It's so much fun to just sit with someone and just explore everything. Even if you're not good at it immediately, like the teachers will explain it in a way that you'll understand it by the end of the week. By the end of like the whole unit, like you'll know it, even if like you weren't like that interested or like that good at it immediately.
I'm an art student. I don't really enjoy science as much. But coming here was a lot more, I guess you learn that it's a lot more intricate than you think it is already. Because with our robots, you also need to have imagination and you have to think about how, oh, if I do this, then it'll be able to create this.
It shows how instead of just asking questions, you get to test things out, you get to try more things.
The whole experience, it's very different from school, but we're still learning things that'll help us throughout life.
If I went to college, I wanted to get into like medical school. Instead now I've just changed my mind completely. I want to get into probably engineering. It's kind of shifted my path. Like it gave me more ideas to think about college.
I feel I like math and science more than I did before, and I actually want to pursue a STEM field going to college and as a career.
I'm going to take back a vast knowledge of how I bring this STEM into my classroom and have these kids say, look at this robot. This will only ride and drive on a black line. And how? Because we're programming it.
For them, once they see that what they are capable of learning, they could go and beyond. And what I learned that this is the first year of this program, and he's looking to come back next year. And a lot of kids really loved it. And I hear that, oh, before they would stay home to play computers, but now they're looking forward to come to school to learn.
And I hope for future collaborations so we can bring more exciting things to, all students and just open up to even more, more students. This is what young people need. We need to engage them.